Welcome back to Minecraft Feed the Beast, Direwolf 20 pack with some modifications of my own. I feel like I should point that out every once in a while, just for anyone who's new to the series. And my thoughts are scattered as always. Anyway, let me start off by showing you what has changed. I've got this new smeltery here. It is smelting sand into molten glass. The molten glass is being poured into these casting basins, and we get these redstone clocks here, which are the best way to get the faucets to pour automatically. And then I've got hoppers under all of those casting basins. They take the glass out, pipe it into this chest, and we've got an extractor module Mark III here. Notice the pipe plug here. It seemed like it didn't work until I added that pipe plug. But anyway, we've just got a bunch of clear glass going here. I've already used a lot of it, and I'm going to show you where. Still working on the new base. I can't remember if this room was in here last time or not. It's just kind of a little entranceway. Then we've got this lovely little garden, which is the reason I added these glow roses here, so I don't have to have torches everywhere, and I don't have to use a lot of these glowstone illuminators. Because I didn't want those to be just scattered around through the grass. We got ocelots that spawn here. I like to, every once in a while, use them as target practice. You know, get a little XP. It feels so wrong, though. Anyway, this room is going to be used for, at the very least, storage. Maybe some other stuff as well, like some automated stuff, like smelting. And I'm doing a terrible job. Let's try that again. This room is going to be used mostly for storage, and maybe some automated stuff, such as auto-smelting of ores, auto-pulverizing, things like that. Okay, that was a bit better. I was originally going to use fluid ducts and fill them with lava to provide some light, but apparently the fluid ducts just magically empty themselves whenever you leave the chunk. So I was not very happy with that. But once again, we have the glowstone illuminators. Got a ton of clear glass up here. So we are protected from rain, but we can see the sky very clearly. Lag spike of death. Anyway, here's the building from the outside. I think it looks pretty good. Still got to remove these fluid ducts. And is my render distance on far? I forget. Yeah. I was experimenting earlier to see if that helped my frame rate, but it doesn't really seem to help much. Okay, so what I want to do today is collect some oil. I don't want to rely on lava forever. I always feel kind of like I'm cheating using lava. I mean, it's just so easy to get. It feels wrong somehow. How much more sand do we have in here? Okay, well, looks like it's pretty much done. So, I want to make a steel tank to pour oil into. So, let's go ahead and get a stack of steel. And I guess I could turn the whole stack into plates. We got another stack in the storage system and another one that's cooking up. It may actually be done by now. Oh, ran out of coal coke. Doesn't seem to last as long as it used to. I'm pretty sure I put a whole stack of coal coke in there and that's all it did. I forgot to start a timer or anything. Way to go. Oh, I did actually add some stuff to my mod recently. Or I guess re-added is the correct term. It's stuff that was in there before. We've got the potato on a stick, which is made with a baked potato and a stick. And the sugar cookies. These are kind of nice. They only restore 1 hunger bar, but they also give you swiftness and haste for 30 seconds. That's configurable. And we've got the summon kitty item, which when you make it, it will summon a tamed cat. And I've actually got the stuff to do it right here. So, kind of hard to find a place to craft things around here. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Okay, I did not realize that there was another item that used the same recipe here. I'm gonna have to change that. That's a problem. Okay, I guess we will not be summoning in a cat today. I will have to change that recipe. I guess I could use it to make it use a gem shard instead of a gold nugget. Alright, so steel tank is what we were trying to do. I'm just a mess today. Just go ahead and make that last one. Alright, and I have not calculated how much of these I need exactly. Let's start with 32. And where to put this thing? What about here? Well, it's not an ideal location, but it'll work. One thing I don't know if I've ever shown is you can actually take the machinist workbench with you. It's just like a strong box. So why don't we do that? Take our crafting wherever we need it. Still need a few more. Still don't have my new microphone set up. I'm waiting on the adapter to come in. I've got the new stand, and the boom does fit on it. And it looks like it's going to do its job. Just need the adapter to be able to attach the microphone to the boom. And there's our tank. It holds 4,000 buckets. Surely that'll be enough. And I'm not sure how much I just cut out here, but yeah, made an iron door by mistake trying to use the floor crafting grid to make the iron bars. Okay, so now we're going to need a pump. No, not that kind. This kind. Which is not too bad. Let's take this workbench back with us. I believe it was here. Whoops. Okay, so I'm going to need an iron gear. Let's see, I don't think I made any auto crafting for gears, no. That will be something I want to auto craft later on for sure. Alright, so where's the nearest oil? There's some down there. That might be a good choice. Looks like it could be a pretty big one too. Come on, world, load. Load. Where is it? Oh, here we go. It's very close to that area that I was trying to clear out. Oh yeah, this is a big one. Bet this will keep us going for a long time. Okay, so I'm going to build a little bit of a platform here, and I totally forgot to bring any way to power this thing. But that's okay, I can make something here, I suppose. And that's how you make redstone engines. I will take my crafting table back. Save it for another day. And we're going to need some levers, which we can make. Just 2 is enough. And there's our pump, but unfortunately I did not bring anything to deal with the liquid. Let's see, I can access my Tesseract from here. So I guess this thing can output liquids directly to the Tesseract. I'm not 100% sure. So let's go ahead and don't need a wrench to configure it. So we want it to send fluid. Yeah, and I guess I didn't even need the redstone engine since the Tesseract is up here. So I could probably go ahead and take those back. Alright, so it does not have any place to send that liquid at the moment. So let's fly back to base. I didn't even hear the doors close. I guess my headphones are glitching out again. They've been giving me trouble all day. Like, anytime there's any significant amount of bass, they vibrate really badly. Okay, so what's behind this wall? Need to run some fluid ducts. Okay, so we are connected. It's not very pretty, but it'll work. So now I need to set this Tesseract to receive liquids. Okay, receiving liquids. But why is it... Oh, I need to chunk load. Okay. The pump's not chunk loaded. I think that's the problem. So, let's see. I had an enchanting table here somewhere. Or I thought I did. Here it is. Don't know why it's in that chest. So I am going to be making a chunk loader, which requires an enchanting table, 5 gold, and an ender pearl. Okay. Now we just need to take it over to the pump. I really should have planned this episode a bit better. But I suppose it's all good. Okay, and I'll just stick it right there. It doesn't really matter. Radius of 2 is good. I think you only need to load 1 chunk. And the pump will do the rest if it needs to. Okay, so how we doing on oil? Oh, we got some. 4 buckets. It's probably just what was in there to start with. Wonder how our mob essence tank is. It's probably full. No, but it's getting very close. Oh, I forgot about it. I put this sugar cane here. I was wondering if this harvester could harvest sugar cane, but... Oh, it can. It just won't harvest them until they get to 3 high. This whole time I was sitting here, I was thinking it was just sitting back here doing nothing. And it's actually been doing stuff for me. That's funny. I don't know how we got Resonant Ender in here. Okay, so I can fix this hole. And part of that one. Okay, what to do now? Got our oil coming in. Maybe. You are doing stuff, right? Oh, it probably can't accept energy straight from the Tesseract, so I'll need to put some energy conduits on it. Okay. Okay, well, Wayla tells me that this thing is doing something with its energy. Possibly. So I'm going to assume that it is working now. I believe it is. Kind of hard to tell bobbing up and down like that. Funny how you can see all the fluids from so far away. Oh, we're up to 8 buckets, and there comes another one, or 2, or 3, or 4. Wow. 5 buckets all at once. Okay, so we're getting oil. Let's go take a look at the bees. I noticed that our meadows hives are at about halfway for their drones, and the forest looks like they have filled up and started producing some extras. So let's go ahead and take... how do I want to do this? Okay, I'm going to stop this one from automatically cycling the bees, and then I will take the forest princess it produces and put it in with some meadows drones and start trying to get some commons. And I will be back in a little bit. Okay, we're back, and the princess is finished, or queen, or however you want to put it. So we're going to take these drones out of there, put them in here, and I'm going to take a meadows drone and put that in with the forest princess, and if we're lucky, we will get some common drones out of this. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through here and take all these honeycombs. And I think I'll leave the magic ones for now. I just want the regular honeycombs. Now we're going to need another machine called a centrifuge. What is this? Thermal centrifuge? Oh, okay, I remember what that is. I don't know if I want to mess with IC2 or not. It's such a pain. Okay, so where do I want to put this? I don't have a lot of room. Here's a power line right here. Okay, let's put this in. And I'll steal this hopper, put it right here. Okay, and when centrifuging this honeycomb, we have a 100% chance of getting beeswax and a 90% chance of getting a honey drop. Now there's something else I want, and kind of hate to lose the seed oil, but I don't really want to make another carpenter right now. Okay, and I am going to need, I believe it was 2 buckets of water. Let me check. Yes, 2 buckets of water. Do I have a bucket? No, of course not. Whoops, well now I have 12 buckets. But I don't think I have an infinite water source in here, so I'll have to go outside. I'm actually going to need to restock the iron on that table now. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I need to drop this water in here. Okay, and the Beetlisers make kind of like that. I need 4 tin, 2 glass panes, 2 redstone, 1 diamond. So let's get a diamond. I believe it was 4 tin, 2 glass panes, which I already had in my inventory apparently. Okay. Just like that. And then we need to wait for it to do its job. Let's see how much oil we have. 847 buckets? What? Whoa. That is crazy fast. I wasn't gone that long, maybe 10-15 minutes, I think. It might have been longer than that. But it wasn't hours or anything. It was just minutes. Wow. Okay, our Beetlizer is done. And we got 30 honey drops. Let's go ahead and drop those in here. And the way this works is you take a bee, just drop it into the question mark, then it will move it down to this one slot here, and then you can move it to any other slot to show different traits of the bees. So we could go ahead and grab a bee here as an example. I'll grab this Meadows Queen. Drop it in there, you can shift click, and we see all of its different traits. It has both active and inactive genes, which in this case are all the same because I haven't really done any crossbreeding or anything. You can see that the bee has a lifespan gene, which affects how long it takes to go through a generation. Speed affects its working speed, how quickly it produces combs. Pollination is how quickly it spreads flowers. You can see we have flowers here that we did not have before. The flowers affects what type of flower it needs to work. So flowers means just regular roses and dandelions or whatever they're called. fertility is how many drones it produces. The area is what area it checks for flowers in and can plant flowers in. And the effect is for special things like tropical bees will poison you. Here you can see what kind of climate the bee tolerates. Diurnal means it works only during the day. Nocturnal means it works only during the night. You could have both of those active and it works all day. Flyer, I think, means it will work in the rain. And cave means that it does not need to see the sky. Here we see what it can produce. Here is a list of all the mutations. We don't know what any of them are. And here's just a little information about the bee, just some flavor text, and nothing really useful for beekeeping. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this queen back where she belongs. And you can see now that when we hold shift over the bee, it tells us what all the genes are, since we analyzed it. Basically, the only time you'll want to analyze a bee is when you're trying to breed them. So whenever this queen is done, and we have the automation off, I'm going to want to analyze all the drones and see what they are exactly, so I know what to do with them. Alright, I think I'm going to stop recording for now, and I'm probably going to go edit episode 15. I haven't worked on that at all yet, and then after that I'll start working on this episode and see how much time we have after I do whatever editing I need to do. I did a lot of crafting earlier and it was quite boring. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. I was kind of curious just how far that pump had gotten, and I noticed that my tank was well over half full of oil. Went to go check on that oil well, and it was less than halfway done. So I thought it might be best to go ahead and get a refinery down and start refining some of this fuel. And the refinery is made something like this, requires a diamond gear, so it's a bit expensive, but worth it. How do I do this? And this thing's gonna need power. Okay, I should have some energy conduits up here. Might be enough. Sure, let's add even more tangles to the setup. Wonderful. Okay, there we go. Refinery is pumping out fuel, or maybe. Might need to do something like this. There we go. And again, these tanks are temporary. Their contents will be moved somewhere else in the future. Alright, we're actually producing fuel at a pretty good rate, too. Nowhere near the rate that we're getting oil in, though. Alright. Back to work. Just got the last piece of my new microphone set up in, and I've got it set up now. I'm actually going to need to order yet another piece. I got it all set up, the new stand and the boom and the adapter so I could attach my microphone to it. And got it all set up, put it on my desk, and it just tipped right over. It was too heavy for the stand, so I'm going to need to order a counterweight now, I guess. I've got a temporary setup. I'm going to try to include a picture. I don't think I can forget this. I basically took the heaviest book I could find and tied it to the stand with a USB cable. Oh, it's the most hilarious thing I've seen in a while. Anyway, we're getting refined fuel at a pretty good rate. Oil tank is still full and still the pump is still running. Haven't done anything else. I've already recorded over 40 minutes and just finished editing what I've recorded and actually cut it down to about 30. So this is going to be a bit shorter than usual, and actually that's the length that I'd rather have these videos be. If you enjoyed my video and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. And if you liked my video, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike and let me know why. Darn pig. Stop distracting me. Okay. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.